Hi, welcome to Julie Moves. I'm Julie and it's awesome to guide you through our Mat Pilates class. For today's class, it is all focused on working through your booty. So you can complement this workout with any of the other programs to help get a full body range. Otherwise, let's get straight into it. Nothing is needed. We're going to begin laying down on your backs. So coming all the way down onto your back and let your feet plant down hip distance apart. Hands can relax down by your sides. And we'll start with a generous windscreen wipe side to side. Just creating a little bit of movement through our pelvis, through our spine and our lower back. Nice. And we'll first stretch out a little bit into the glutes so that they're nice and loose and ready to work. So crossing your right foot over your left upper thigh, flexing the foot to fix the ankle and the knee. And then maybe that feels enough pressing the thigh away, or perhaps you hug your hands behind your hamstring or behind your shin bone, depending how warm you're feeling. And just take a little rocking movement here. So we don't want to be too statically held. We want to cultivate a little bit more blood flow, a little bit more movement in the body. Nice, and then when you're ready, let's swap legs, swapping your left across over right, flexing the foot, hugging behind the hamstring or the shin bone, whatever feels best. And a generous rock side to side. Whew. Beautiful. All right, so let's get straight into it. So planting your feet down about hip width apart. Hands can be by your side to begin. And to create more energy, press the arms into the ground. Never underestimate just how much you can get from this movement by using the whole body in the movement. Knees and toes are facing forward. We're going to start by using a little pelvic tilt. So tucking the tailbone under, scooping under just a little, and then untuck the pelvis. Just igniting, revving that engine through your pelvic floor, through your lower abs, and feeling a light clench of your bottom. And then release. 2 more little pelvic tucks and releases. Last one. Beautiful. Now let's fully articulate through the spine, continuing to warm it up. So tucking the tailbone under, slowly start to roll the spine up 1 vertebrae at a time, all the way to your shoulders. And then very slowly restacking the spine 1 vertebrae at a time until your tailbone untucks at the base. I like to visualize the spine kind of like a rolling pin, and I'm pressing each part of the back into the mat, rolling it out, up and down. Watching that your knees don't want to flare out, keep them kind of drawn towards one another. I like to think that they've got a lot of chemistry and want to be together, but they have to be hip width apart. Like all thigh love stories. Excellent. Nice. 1 more full articulation of the spine. Feeling each part of your back lift and then lowering back down. Fabulous. Now creating more energy through your back and your hips and your glutes and your arms. Can you create little robot arms, pressing and digging your elbows into the mat, hinging through your hips, lift straight up, pushing the elbows in and lower down. Hips lift straight up and down. So no articulation anymore, just little thrusts. Up and down. Press through the elbows, squeeze through your glutes. Nice. There's this sense of the knees drawing forwards. So we're getting more activation into your quads rather than lazily pressing into the heels and getting more activation just in the hamstrings. They will definitely be working. And just this thrusting motion is going to get the bottom squeezing and releasing, just clenching and creating a little bit more energy and heat there. Excellent. Let's go 3 more. In 2, we hold it all the way up. Hold it up there. Nice. Now lower just halfway and lift. Halfway and lift. Halfway and lift. Keep pressing your triceps into the mat to get a little bit more heat through the arms as well. Down and lift. Good. For 10. For 9. 8. 7. 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Lowering the spine down 1 vertebrae at a time and take a little windscreen wipe side to side. Excellent. All right, we're going to roll over to your left-hand side facing towards me. So maybe pivot around if you need to. And we want to bring our shoulders and hips in line with the very back of the mat, and then hike your knees up at a right angle and your shins are at the front of the mat. So full right angle. We're going to do what I call an open clam. So shoulders and hips are fully stacked, and there might be a little tunnel underneath your your left side waist, sorry. From here, feet are flexed, and we're going to float our right thigh up in an open clam and lower. So kind of like you're opening and shutting a book. Open and shut. Open and shut. Nice. Now this is going to get quite spicy very quickly. You can always have your right fingertips on the earth for extra support. Otherwise, maybe place it onto your hip. And that's going to make you work a little bit more of the core to keep you still in space. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. We've got 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to do a little funky move. I call it the Mexican wave. So leading with your knee, you're going to go knee lift, then toe, lower knee, then toe. Knee lift, then toe, lower knee, then toe. So knee leads the way up and on down. Up, up, down, down. Making it work internal rotation and external rotation of the hip, maximizing all of that glute area. Nice. Now you can keep it nice and slow like this, or maybe you turn it into a wave. I like to point the toe for some reason. It just makes me feel more aesthetically pleased. Waving it up and down. You can go slow or you can go quick. Last 10 seconds in this direction. And then we're going to reverse. Woo. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ouch, my butt's on fire already. Let's lead the other way. Lead with the toe up, toe down, knee down. Lead with the toe up, lead with the toe down. You've got it. Up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Oh my God. You can keep it slow or start to create a little bit of a wave. Excellent. If you're not feeling your bottom already, I don't know what to tell you, because this is 100% the bottom having to work to make it happen. Whoo, whoo. Last 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Last bit. Lifting the thigh up at hip height. I know it hurts. We're nearly done. We're going to go knee down and up, then toe down and up. This is it. Knee down and up, toe down and up. Turn it in, turn it out. Turn it in and out. In, out. In, out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, maybe close your eyes, go to someplace nice. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my goodness. And bashing out through your bottom. I felt that one, definitely. All right, come and lay onto your back. And we're going to take a little glute stretch of that right glute straight away. So crossing the right foot over your left upper thigh. Nice. Now we get to work a bit of a glute stretch, but we're also going to keep working. So holding the right foot over your left upper thigh, enjoying that stretch. When you're ready, you're going to press down through your left foot and lift the hips up. Good. And then lower back down. Lifting the hips up and then back down. So we're going to start to charge again into your left glute whilst your right leg gets a bit of a break. And down. And down. We're going to go for 8 more. And down. 7 and down. 6. I always find this one quite confusing because I'm getting a nice stretch, but things are hurting on the other side. Let's go for 4. In 3, we hold it up there. 2. Hold the next one at the top. Stay up there. Nice. Now little pulses up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. Lowering the hip down. Excellent work. All right, lower the right foot down. We're going to roll over to the right-hand side. I'm going to spin my body around so you can see me. We're going to lay on our right side now. So right shoulder and hip stacks at the back of the mat, and your shin bones come to the very front of the mat. Pull up through your belly and lift it through your right side waist. When you're ready, we're going to go into our open clams, flexing your feet to start, and lift and lower. Left fingertips can be at the front of the mat for extra support, or place it at your hip to make it a little spicier. And down. And down. I always find there's this moment when we get to the second side that there's this resigned understanding that, okay, I know what's to come. I guess I better do it, and then we'll be done. And it's true, we will be, I promise. Just this little bit. Can you go for another 6, 5, 4, keeping your shoulders and hips stacked. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Now let's go into Mexican waves. I like to point my toes here. We're going to lift the knee up, then the toe, lower the knee, lower the toe. So knee leads the way up, knee leads the way down. Little Mexican waves. Ooh, super spicy. You can keep it nice and measured at a tempo, up and down, down, or make it more of a wave. Ouch. Feeling this already. Think about pleasant things. Ooh. Excellent. Let's go for 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh. Let's reverse now. Here we go. Lead with the toe, then the knee lift. Lower toe, the knee down. Toe, knee up, toe, and knee down. You can stay slow or create that wave-like a shape. Toe leads the way up and toe leads the way down. Nice. So if you're ever having underperforming glute muscles, this one right here is going to get the job done. It's going to get your bottom nice and active. Fantastic. Let's go for the last 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep going. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Last little bit, lifting the thigh up at hip height. We're going to go knee down and up, then toe down and up. You can do this. Knee, toe, knee, toe. Woo, knee, toe. This one gets me every time. Ouch. And toe, knee, toe. Let's go 10, 9, 8. Stay with me, 7. Count it out, 6, 5. Last 4. Last 3. Come on. 2 and 1. Bash out your booty. Excellent. All right, come and lay onto your back and let's get into our very last bit of work. So crossing your left foot over your right upper thigh in that figure 4. Doesn't that feel delightful? We'll make it feel even more delightful as we work into single leg glute bridges. Hands can be bound by your side, pressing through your right foot. When you're ready, articulate and lift the hips up and then lower the hips down. Lifting up and lowering down. Flexing through the left foot. So feeling a beautiful opening through our glute in the left and then squeezing through the right. Nice. Let's go for 6 more. Lift as high as you can. 5. Final 4. 3. 2. 1. Pulse it at the top. Last bit. 10, 9, 8. Push through your foot. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold at the top. 1. Lower the left foot down. Very last bit. Pulsing with both feet on the ground. Pulse it up. Up. Scrunch and release your bottom. You can do it. Last 10, 9, 8. Finish it off strong. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the hips all the way down. Whew. If you did not feel your bottom during that, I don't know what to tell you. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Let your knees generously windscreen wipe side to side. And let's come and sit all the way upright. For a final little stretch out to finish us off today, we're going to come into what I call shoelace pose. So you're going to cross your right leg first in front of your left and seek to wiggle the ankles out in line with your knees. So you're seeking to fix the ankles in line with your knees. If that's not possible, that's okay. Maybe sitting upright and placing your hands on your thighs feels enough. Maybe place your forearms on your thighs. Or maybe you lower all the way down. Breathing deeply here. Ideally flexing the feet. And the goal here is to do the opposite of what we've been doing the whole time. So rather than tensing the bottom muscles, we want to try to let them relax. Full deep belly breaths in and full deep belly breaths out. One more breath here. Slowly, slowly coming up. Let's change the bind of your legs, bringing your left in front of your right and see if you can wiggle the ankles out in line with your knees. Maybe you're sitting tall, hands on thighs, forearms, or seeking to bring your forearms or your arms long in front. And breathe. One more full breath here. And then very, very slowly walking yourself in and upright. That is the end of our practice of this one today. If you would like to accompany it with some of my other workouts, you can mix it with an ab series or an arm series. Feel welcome. Otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful day. Billy came to say goodbye to you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, and bye.